Did you personally want to hear from the former president?
I wanted to hear from the former president, but honestly, I kind of wanted to subpoena the former president because I got to swear everybody in. And so I thought it'd be really cool to get 60 seconds with President Trump of me looking at him and being like, do you solemnly swear? And me getting to swear him in. I kind of just thought that would be an awesome moment.
This Georgia grand jury is so amazing. This is the person that would take down the former president. I saw this clip recently. I was amazed going down through the comment sections. What I saw, I had to laugh to a certain length.
When it comes to there are indictments recommended, of course. Is it more than 12 people? Is it more than 20 people?
I think if you look at the page numbers of the report, there's about 6 pages in the middle that got cut out. Allow for spacing. It's not a short list.
Not a short list. More, I mean, when it comes to 75 witnesses, like, it's not, I assume.
Watching this clip to this length, I want you to know what is running through your mind. Because when I look at her, I don't know, I just have this feeling like something is not right. She's behaving like a child. I don't know if this is acting or what exactly.
20-ish people?
I can't say I counted.
Okay. More than a dozen, though, I think I heard you say in another interview.
I believe so. That's probably a good assumption.
The name that everyone wants to know about is former President Trump.
Of course.
Did you recommend charges against Donald Trump?
I really don't want to share something that the judge made a conscious decision not to share. I will tell you that it was a process where we heard his name a lot. We definitely heard a lot about former President Trump, and we definitely discussed him a lot in the room. And I will say that when this list comes out, there are no major plot twists waiting for you.
The forewoman of the Georgia grand jury that investigated possible President Trump is talking publicly about it for the first time. She spoke with NBC's Blaine Alexander.
Emily Kors served as foreperson. She is limited in what she can share. A judge ordered deliberations must stay under wraps. But Kors confirms the jurors did recommend indictments against multiple people.
It's not a short list.
So we're talking about more than a dozen people?
I would say that, yes.
Are these recognizable names that people would know?
There are certainly names that you would recognize, yes.
She would not say whether that includes the former president.
Yes, I'm that kind of person. I don't like to laugh at people. But when you take a look at what is going on here, at a certain point, you will see yourself asking questions, what is happening? Now, diving into Trump, he decided recently to visit Ohio. I think I did a video about this, where these train issues happen. The way the mainstream media is painting him black about this is very disturbing. Now taking a look at this article, Trump Ohio train derailment visit Trump questions on his environmental record live. That is according to a Guardian post. Trump to visit Ohio amid political showdown over train derailment. So you see exactly what is happening here. They will always struggle to turn things around. Now, Fox News published Trump to visit East Palestine, donate water, supplies amid Biden failed response. His transportation secretary was confronted. This is what he had to say.
Secretary, what do you have to say? Hi, how are you? Good. Jenny Terra with the Daily Caller News Foundation. What do you have to say to the folks in Ohio, East Palestine, who are suffering right now?
Well, I'd refer you to about a dozen interviews I've given today, and if you'd like to arrange a conversation, be sure to reach out to our press office, but I'm not going to have that conversation with you. Just walking
You
down
don't
the
have a
street
message
here.
for them?
I do, and I shared it with the press many times today. I'd refer you to those comments.
Would you mind sharing it with us?
No, I'm going to refer you to the comments that I made to the press because right now I'm taking some personal time and I'm walking down the street.
Are you going down there?
What's that?
Are you going down there at all?
Yeah, I am.
When are you going?
I'll share that when I'm ready.
Okay,
not talking on the
thank you.
street. Can I get a photo of you?
Yeah. For those of you wondering what I looked like when Secretary Pete Buttigieg took a photo of me while I was recording him, a public official, me a journalist, I'm going to yoga. Okay. This is my job though. This is a 24/7 job. The news cycle is what I do. And I cover people who also have 24/7 jobs, like the Secretary of Transportation. Here I am.
Rail safety is something that that has evolved a lot over the years, but there's clearly more that needs to be done because.
Yes, according to this article from Fox News, former President Trump will travel to East Palestine, Ohio Wednesday, is said to donate thousands of gallons of cleaning supplies and more than a dozen pallets of water to the community as it grapples with the aftermath of the train derailment that led to a large release of toxic chemical. Fox News Digital has learned. A source familiar with the former president told Fox News Digital that Trump would travel to East Palestine on Wednesday to meet with members of the community and community officials. Trump is expected to donate thousands of gallons of cleaning supplies along with 13 pallets of water to East Palestine. A single pallet typically holds a couple of thousand bottles of water. The former president is teaming up with non-profit organization Blue Line Moving and Cortex. President Trump is meeting with the citizens of East Palestine and would never forget them and what they are going through. A Trump advisor to Fox News Digital contrasts that with Biden and the federal government who has failed them from the beginning. Trump's planned visit comes after a train derailment on February 3. I think I did the video about this. If you have not watched the video, please check on the description of this clip. You will see the full analysis, what actually caused this. Now, taking a look at what the mainstream media is saying, you realize it is contrary to what Fox News is reporting. They are struggling to bring out comparison that a former president was not an environmental friendly person. Why is it coming up now? Why can't you report on the good things he's struggling to do? Must you always struggle to twist things, to suit in your political narratives? The Washington Post, Guardian Post, they all did the same thing. You realize with the mainstream media, it's always like they are working on a script. The same script, which is totally insane.
Did you personally want to hear from the former president?
I wanted to hear from the former president, but honestly, I kind of wanted to subpoena the former president because I got to swear everybody in. And so I thought it'd be really cool to get 60 seconds with President Trump of me